Hi, everybody. This is Vickie Hacking, and I'm coming to you from my place in Utah. But I just thought it would be really fun to interview someone that many of you know because she was with Jafra. Well, she'll tell you how long, but many, many years. But I just thought it would be fun to hear from PK and to find her and to talk to her and ask her what words of wisdom does she have for us in our Jafra career today. So it's my pleasure to introduce to you Pat Krupa Rugh. Now I kept trying to think of her new last
Me.
name, Mead. But anyway, so I'm going to let PK talk to you because I know you want to hear from her. She's going to tell you what she's been up to. And she's my dear, dear friend. And she has been an advisor for me for many, many years. And she has just been just a great sidekick in this business. PK?
Thank you, Vickie. Thank you for the invitation. When Vickie invited me to share with you who I am, why I'm still with Jafra, what a difference Jafra has made to me, and what a difference it can make for you, boy, it took me down memory lane. My name is PK, registered as an alias because it started out as Pat Krupa. And a long time ago in the 70s, there were a lot of Pats. And so Kathy Morasti helped to rename me PK by just always writing my initials. And you'll see how that thread of friendship over the years has tied many of us together. So hi to all of those of you that I've been friends with since the 70s. But also, hello to all of you who might make me a new friend, or you may become a fan of Jafra through this video. Thanks again, Vickie, for your trust and your belief in what my life has done for Jafra and what Jafra has done for me. You see, because the reason I think that you would ask me to speak is that Jafra makes such a difference in people's lives. It could be a small difference. It could be a major difference. It could be a difference in income, a difference in self-esteem. But more than that, it's an opportunity for today's crisis culture. Never before have I ever seen anything so fitting as Jafra with who we are today, what our needs are, and what women need to be to their families and to the future of America. Thank you so much for being on this video and listening to what I have to say, because in 1973, I don't think you would have been listening to me. I joined Jafra as a novice. I had never been in sales before, and somebody believed in me. And it all started with somebody sharing Jafra with me as a product. My husband saw this Jafra bottle in someone's house, and he loved how her lifestyle was. He loved her skin, and he asked her to share it with me because I was struggling with adult acne. So it started with one woman sharing a product with me, one mother of 3 children. I had 3 kids, all within 3 years of being newly married. And by that time, all 3 of my kids were in school. And I needed something to be more than schoolwork and sports. I needed something to be an income for myself, to help provide an additional income, but something else. I needed to believe that I made a difference and that I mattered to people and that my contact with them would benefit them in the long run. See, because everybody has a purpose. Everybody taps into why they live, why they do what they do. And something inside of me said, make a difference. Matter to people, leave them better than you found them. Because this person who introduced Jafra to me, Linda DeVore Regal, changed my life forever. And people like Vickie changed my life forever because I met Vickie. I admired her work ethic. I admired her intelligence and her willingness to share her expertise with me, a novice. The first time I went to a meeting in a hotel, I had never seen a hotel that had a phone in the bathroom. And I thought, I want to live like this. I want to go to a hotel with a phone in the bathroom. So it started in 1973 for me. What's changed me is my belief in myself that I had something valuable to share with adults. Up until that point, I had 3 little kids and I had a wonderful husband and life was good. We bought our first house, but something was missing. Is it missing for you? Right now, could it be that you are suffering from the news overload or the crisis overload or worry or concern about your future? I learned that my faith in God and my faith that he would put people in my path would change the outcome of my life. And that was 1973. Vickie, it's now 2020.
Oh my gosh.
My life is still being changed by Jafra. I'm going to share with you a few things that I've learned from being affiliated with Jafra. Number one, I needed to share what my passion was. I needed to believe that I had something good to offer people. Not me, but something that I could offer that would change them. And so I realized it was an aura. It was an aura of belief. It was an aura of passion, an aura of purpose. And so many times I'm attracted to people like Vickie, like Marilyn Lewis, like Janet, like there's so many names I could mention. The list is way too long. But those people I'm attracted to because they have an aura of passion, an aura of purpose. And I wrote down a few words that I've used in my lifetime that opportunity is probably a word I overuse, but an opportunity to better myself, an opportunity to learn something new. Perhaps you're home right now and you're on this new recording system called Zoom, and it hasn't been something you used before, or you haven't even thought of it as a way to build a business. But guess what? It is a new opportunity. People like Vickie will give you these opportunities. People like Jafra, all the people that are supporting you through Jafra, people like your family, they want you to try something new to get your mind off of your current circumstances. I thought about the freedom of choice. You know, I had the freedom of choice to try a Jafra product. I was so scared to try something new because my skin was so bad. And I'm so grateful I did. I'm so grateful I have, at this age, in my 70s, a skin that people still say, what do you do to your skin? What are you doing? What are you using? It's a great way to connect with people. Something else that I believe that I joined Jafra for was making friends, meeting new people, and building relationships. Because you might be on this call today because someone invited you. You might be on this call today because you want to meet somebody new. You might be on this call today because you want to make a difference in your life and other people's lives. But it all starts with building a relationship with the person who introduced you to Jafra. I love Linda, the person who introduced me to the product. She introduced me to the mask, a one product. Then she sneaked in royal jelly. Then she sneaked in this and that. She kept introducing me to things as my trust level grew, that her heart was in helping my skin. Then she introduced a new product. And so eventually I couldn't be without Jafra. I had to find a way to be able to afford it because I was hooked, but I was hooked on a good thing. But you know what else I was hooked on? I was hooked on my relationship with her. Someone cared that I would have a freedom of choice, to live the life I wanted to, the lifestyle, to be home when my kids got home from school, to take them to their soccer games, to take them to all their games. And as it happened, my daughter is in sports. She's a volleyball coach. And they actually have a ministry, Vickie, with the FCA. And they are involved in sports because Jafra let me stay home and allowed me to introduce my kids to all sorts of experiences in life. I thought about that lifestyle word and how you might be having a lifestyle right now that's very constricted and limited, and you want something different. It can start one step at a time. And it was so many thoughts were flooding in, and what made a difference in my life. I started using the product. It helped me to introduce a way to talk to people, new people, because you may be surprised by this, but it's not comfortable for me to talk to people unless I have something to say. I'm not a cold call person. I'm somebody who wants to help. I'm somebody who wants to give. I'm somebody who wants to make a difference after I have made a contact. And so my lifestyle had to be that kind of lifestyle where it was a comfortable and a rewarding lifestyle, not just a job. And I'm not to know, heaven's sakes, I worked with Jafra corporate for many years, but the joy of that was that I was making a difference in people's lives. It wasn't a job of creating a new video or a new audio. I had so many memories when you asked me, Vickie. The product pages that are on the online on the, those were my original idea. And with a lot of help from the team, we wrote product pages. A lot of those words came from my using the product when I first started. Many of the videos, oh gosh, I was even listening to some of these old audios that we made, you and I made when we did, oh my goodness, remember those weekly calls?
Yes, but we're still doing them.
We started that, Vickie.
We started it.
We collaborated together on what the needs were for the women we were working with. And we started a system of support calls, a system of support paperwork, training guides. Oh my goodness, I look back on the memory of so many things that we worked together on because of our developing a very trustful and close relationship. Thank you for that. Something else I was thinking about when I looked at what value it would be for you listening to me. I was with Jafra for 40 years, and I just placed an order because I had a Christmas in July promotion for my family and friends. And I said, if you could have a Christmas gift in July, what would it be? And it taught me so much about what people want right now. It was the most fun thing. I had I think it was something like $1,100 retail in July. And that to me was a big jump from my usual $300, $500 a month, because I just jumped on the bandwagon and said, you've got to pamper yourself. And I wrote down the word.
And try the Vickie, because I know you love the new skincare system.
Yes. I've turned so many people onto that. It's so much fun. I wanted to let you know that word pampering also was woven through my career, and it's still woven through my life because we don't pamper ourselves enough. If you're a working mom and you're on this call, or a working grandma, or if you're home with the kids doing homeschool right now, no matter what you're doing, you're working. You're working hard, and you add extra responsibilities into your daily life. You need to pamper yourself. Take time for yourself. When I was getting ready for the call, I used my ginger scrub. I used my hair mask. There were so many things that I use with Jafra. Everything I have on me is Jafra. Even my scent is Jafra. And so I realized that's a true pampering, is pampering yourself with a product you love. But then also pampering your purse. Because, in today's climate, there are so many people suffering with lack of income, and so many people suffering with not being able to afford their Jafra. The best way to afford your Jafra is being a consultant, buying it at our prices, but also helping other people purchase Jafra, and you make a profit. So you've got many ways to benefit from being affiliated with Jafra. And you can either start and use it as a hobby. That's what I did, because I was fearful of building a business. I didn't even know I was building a business, Vickie. I started by just sharing with people, and my manager would follow up. I'd share and say, they'd ask me, what are you doing with your skin? You're no longer breaking out. Your skin is really lovely. Well, I would fumble at first because I didn't know what was important to them. I thought they were being really nice and telling me, oh, it's a good thing your skin's improved. But in all reality, they wanted to know what was I using. And then I learned how to just share from the heart. I'm using Jafra. It's wonderful. Royal Jelly Milk Balm, mask, so many things that were healing my skin, but not only my facial skin, my body skin. I was out in the sun a lot playing tennis, and so I needed the extra protection, and I'm so glad I've done that. Is that you? Are you pampering yourself with all the products? Look through your bathroom right now. Not now, don't leave this video. But when you finish this video, go to your bathroom and look at your products. Do you have all Jafra products? I do. I wouldn't dare think of anything else besides Jafra. Why? Because everything that I put on my skin has been backed by the best company in the world, the best research. I was looking up the Vorwerk company, which is our parent company. You know they're number 4 in the direct selling industry? Number 4. Last year they were number 5. They are currently number 4, Vickie. That's a great, strong
They're
back.
a $4 billion company.
4.3.
You got it all.
I was so proud to be affiliated with a company that I can feel secure in. You know, in this climate, you never know what's going to happen. And with us, we can be very secure with Jafra. Something else that I was thinking about my journey here and what your journey could be is that I started out as a hobby, but then I found out it made money. And when I became passionate about the product, I became passionate about the opportunity. I then became passionate about the income. And this is something that Vickie can share with you. Vickie's income over the years as the primary, is this okay to say?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. The primary wage earner or income producer in her family for many, many years. You have a wonderful lifestyle, correct?
I have a wonderful lifestyle.
Do you love your lifestyle?
Yes, I love my lifestyle.
And it's provided your family and your husband a way to live the lifestyle of their choice.
That's right. Richard and I, we traded roles early when, you know, he was just a support to me. I couldn't have done Jafra if it hadn't have been the fact that he was there for me all the time to help me with the Jafra. And the Jafra just took off.
And the benefit is that you have given him the lifestyle he loves. He loves to go to the gym. He loves to do sports. He loves to watch sports. He loves to be involved with his grandkids. What a team.
And his church.
And his church, and he's proud of you. He's so proud of you, and he's grateful. And so what a marriage that is, that you can provide a source for each other. And that's what Jafra does. It gives you the freedom of choice. It gives you opportunities. It gives you, if my choice is one way, it could give you a choice that you like another way. I was looking at making money, how I made money in Jafra. First of all, I made money by saving money, by buying my Jafra products and introducing my whole family and circle of friends to everything I could. Whenever I used a new product, I shared it. And then I started giving away samples. You do this, don't you, Vickie?
Oh, we're big in sampling right now, PK. Jafra has just introduced a new skincare line, but the whole thing is try before you buy. And Jafra has just had a big sale on all of their samplers. So, I mean, they're making it so that we can give samples to people and have them try the product. It's wonderful. This is a sampling company now.
And I urge those of you watching to get on that bandwagon, because that's the way I built my business and continue to share Jafra. I moved from California. I was in California many of those years, moved up to the state of Washington in Anacortes and Island. And that's how I introduced people to Jafra. I did it the same way Linda did with me. I start off by a little sneaky little sample of something I think somebody will appreciate, and then I'll introduce them to the next one and the next one. And before you know it, they're placing orders for the product that they sample tried. I have a list here of, after I started saving money on my personal purchases, I then began increasing my income one client at a time. I didn't focus on the products. Vickie, I focused on the number of clients I had. My goal was to get one client, then 2, then 10, then 100, 300. But when I got to 100, I did a celebration. I sent a thank you note out to all my clients, telling them that we now have a circle of 100 people using Jafra, and it's thanks to them that Jafra is the amazing company that it became. So once you add people as clients into your circle, then they become part of your Jafra family.
You know, PK, right now, what we're doing is we're adding Facebook. So all of our clients are Facebook likes, and everybody's going after how many people can they get to follow me on Facebook? How many people can they get to like me? And so we're building clients the same way. It's just virtually, and it's on social media.
And I wrote down that that's an added value, that you have a lot of opportunity that when we started back in Jafra in the 70s, the 50s, 60s, 70s, we're celebrating our anniversary, our 64th anniversary this month.
Yes.
And what, it was 64, right?
64.
Yeah. What better way to celebrate? Get 64 new clients.
64.
Go ahead, go for it. And maybe sell 64 of your favorite product, whatever it is, tie it into a passion. My passion is that Jafra's 60. I would not have the life I have if it wasn't for Jafra. I am so grateful. I became a widow relatively young. You know, I was in my 50s. I became a widow, and that's why I have so many last names. I was first Pat Krupa, and many of you knew me as Pat Krupa. That was PK. And then I married a man named Sam, and my last name was Rugh. And Jafra allowed me the freedom of choice to be with him of 8 years of his dementia, to work my work, my job, my career around his illness. And after he died, they were there for me in the freedom of support of all the people who knew this precious man. And now with me living near my daughter, and my daughter thinks my husband, my precious David, and Vickie thinks my precious David is wonderful too. They love him dearly, and they call him Grandpa. So Jafra allowed me that freedom of moving from California to Washington. I've got such an amazing story. It could be yours. And so I was thinking, I had just done my taxes recently, and I was thinking of the tax benefits. Vickie, do you all talk about the tax benefits much, about having a home-based business?
You know, I don't think we do, but I listen, I've earned so many bonuses lately that I'm busy on this thing.
I'm trying to find.
I'm finding ways and giving money away when I can.
I understand. And I was looking at, without my Jafra business, I just think I would be paying so much more tax. I'm not suggesting not paying tax. I'm saying that it's important to find ways to utilize your money as wisely as possible. The other thing I was thinking about in our day and age with doing business on Facebook and online is it's a safe working environment.
Right.
Right now, I'm not even having to wear a mask to talk to you, Vic. I took my mask off and I can talk to you without fear of infecting you or you infecting me or having any contagion. At this point, those are things we think about.
I know Zoom is it's the new thing. In fact, Sally Elliott the other night, she said, I think I enjoy my meetings on Zoom and I'm not going back to my living room Jafra meetings, all my meetings, because she said, we can meet together all over the United States. Everybody can come in. PK, I'm having so much fun with joining everyone and meeting everybody all over the United States, because I do have leaders and I have groups of people in every state in the United States. So it's just opened up a whole new world for me. And I don't want to go back to meetings unless we do it through Zoom. So.
Well, and there'll probably be a time, this is our new abnormal right now, and there'll be a time when we come to a new normal, and it will involve meeting those precious people again, I'm sure, without fear. But right now, what we've got is a safe working environment to introduce people to the product. I've just seen some wonderful, wonderful Zoom classes on how to use Jafra, how to sell Jafra, how to share Jafra. But something else, I realized it's so neat to have PayPal and Venmo at our fingertips. Do you use those for your payments?
Absolutely. I love PayPal. I love Venmo.
It's so great. It's just so easy for people to pay for their products, and you can get it out to them. And then with your shipping, you have several shipping options, right? Do they come to your house and pick it up?
And you know, PK, the most wonderful thing was announced this month. We now have our Ship Direct, where people can actually auto ship. So you save deep. It's a deep discount that Jafra is giving everyone that signs up for auto ship, and free shipping when you order $80 or more. So
Isn't that
it's a
amazing?
dream for us, because now it's not how many clients, it's how many clients can I get on auto ship. That's the goal. The target is getting all of your clients to order through auto ship. There's no delivering, there's no having to package up products, there's no having to do all of that. It's like a business that is tailor made for easiness. So we're just on this big, huge thing to get everyone, to get all of their clients to save deeply, because it's like only $68 if you're a consultant when you order, when you end up paying for your Defy set. That's a huge savings. So look into auto ship.
So you can see already another level of support from Jafra, another level of your company saying, we're going to help you build a business. I was looking at those options, and I was realizing that one of the things that benefited me most throughout my Jafra career was that people like you, Vickie, share their your tips and techniques for success. You know, in many companies, the top leaders aren't going to want to share that because they did it, they built it, they were going to keep it to themselves. But in our company, our top leaders share their success techniques. So she shares with you what the best way to buy products, what the best way to gather clients, the best way to use Facebook. There's just so many ideas that our leaders freely share. And isn't that wonderful that somebody's success will help build your success?
And that's what I've been doing, is I've been interviewing successful people in Jafra, and I take those that are really doing the business virtually, and then I do an interview just like I'm doing with you, and I talk to them about, share with us how you do things. Just the other day, Gina O'Neill, who is just, she does Facebook parties all the time, and I did a wonderful video interview with her, and Gina just opened up her business to us. She basically said, here, come into my computer, let me show you how I'm on Facebook and how I promote and how I boost. So everybody is. And Hannah Wachter up in Oregon, up in the Portland area, I did a fabulous interview with her, and she took us into her computer and she showed us how to do the business virtually. So that's what I'm doing. Next week, I'm going to do Helen Wells, and I'm going to have her share how she presents the Jafra products, because she's the queen of sales and she knows how to talk about the products in such a beautiful way. So that's my goal. My goal is to put out a lot of Zoom interviews with successful people in Jafra. And you have a place where you can find, I use a WhatsApp, and I have Vickie Hacking's team. And you join Vickie Hacking's team, and then you get reminded of all the interviews. And then I do a YouTube channel. So if you go to YouTube and you look up Vickie Hacking, you're going to get all my interviews. You're going to get all of my commercials, because I do 1-minute commercials on the products. So PK, I'm having a wonderful time in my retirement years.
Well, and we come back to that word pampering. You're pampering yourself because you can still continue to build your business, Vickie, from the safety of your home, but also from the safety of your computer, which has always been your sidekick anyway, and your natural bent. So you're in your element. You're in that your best area of what you do the best, and we're grateful for it. You've never ever kept anything from us. You always share. When it works for you, you share. I thought about something else about when we need to look at our opportunities. You know, you start one step at a time. You start one client at a time, one little success, and small wins can lead to big victories. You may be on the call today and you haven't felt like you're winning. You feel like you're starting over again. You may be. Start with one client, one like. Start with a Facebook page if you haven't developed it yet. Don't be resistant to that. Open yourself up to that. They have a frame even that you can put around your face now with the Jafra frame. They're so supportive of you doing an online business. But something else is that you may be the vehicle to start someone else's business. The more people you have in your circle of influence, the more opportunity for large victories. It's not, what was that saying? It's not it's the pitter patter of the small defeats that makes us think, the pitter patter of those little things that get us down, that keep us from winning big. Don't let that happen to you. There's no reason for that, because every time you try something, it leads to a success of some sort. I was looking at my list of notes that I wanted to share with you. And what made the difference? What made the difference in my life? Someone taught me goal setting. Someone taught me to add one client, one like, one more party, one more circle of friends to my circle of influence. And it grew so large that it was just a district, and then a region, and it began a nation. I have friends all over the world, thanks to Jafra. From a mother of 3 before the age of 21, whose husband went to Vietnam and came back every time with a new kid, to a worldwide affiliation with friends in many languages, in many countries. It's all because of Jafra. It's all because, and I have to say, and my faith in the Lord, because he provided Jafra for me. He provided Vickie. He provided all the people in my life. I have a manager still functioning at a high level, Michelle Colbert-Jackson. Michelle, I'm so proud of her, Vickie. She takes all your training and she passes it down through her network. She's such a support for her people now to make money. Wow. She's such a support in this culture that we have right now. Michelle, I'm so proud of what she's done. I wouldn't have met Michelle if it hadn't been for Jafra. I wouldn't have had the 40 years of a career. I'm so grateful. Be grateful for what you have right now. If you have one client, grateful. Build it to 100. Continue your likes. Continue building your business. And on a final note, what I was thinking about is that my relationships are the most important thing in my human life. Relationships like you, Vickie, we're sisters. I'm a silver-haired sister, but when we were redheads, we
were redheads together.
No one could tell us apart. But you can't really tell us apart in our souls anyway, because we have the same want for you. We have the same desire for you, that you live the lifestyle of your choice. Not someone else putting it on you, but the decisions you make. Vickie just made a big decision, and she sold her home. Vickie, how long did you have the home?
40 years.
40 years. As long as I've known her, she had.
Yes.
Yeah. And just from the beginning, just about the beginning of time, of my time. And she made a wise decision. She now can live in one state when it's really cold, in the other state, and live in a delightful state, go e-biking, go swimming, go doing the things that she likes to do by her choice, by her lifestyle choice. What choice do you want? When you listen to us speak about Jafra and the opportunities, what are the thoughts that run through your head? What are the dreams you have that maybe they've been thwarted over time, but renew them. But renew them by renewing relationships, by starting new relationships, by people who might make a difference in your life, but that you might make a difference in their life. Vickie, you have made a difference in my life. I just can't imagine my life without you, and with so many Jafra people that are part of my DNA, part of my family's DNA. The things that my children learn, they learned by my doing Jafra. The things that I'm now doing in my life are provided by my building a Jafra business. So start now, don't delay. Don't be sucked in by the current circumstances and thinking that you can't make a difference or that things can't be different in your life. They can be, and they will be. Start now. We
And
believe in you.
PK, this situation that we're in right now in our nation has really been a blessing for Jafra. We are doing so well because we own our own laboratories, because we have control over everything, makes it so that everyone is ordering online, and our business hasn't slowed down. In fact, it's increasing. So this is a great opportunity for women right now because of the fact that it is such a mobile business. It can go wherever you go, and it's wonderful. And PK, do you know what we were doing of August? I think, I can't tell you how many years ago, but it came up on my Facebook that you and I met in Oregon, and we did hikes, and we spent a week together on the Oregon coast.
Yes.
And it came through on my Facebook, the memories of us on the Oregon coast.
And
So,
that wouldn't have been possible if you didn't start Jafra and build it, and if I didn't start Jafra and build it. And I was thinking about a saying I have right now. I'd like to share with you all that's really sustaining me through this. It is what it is until it isn't. And you can say that with everything. Building your Jafra business is what it is. And it doesn't have to end. It will only grow. When you're in love with something, love grows. When you nurture it, when you share it, just like what Vickie has done with me over the years, and me with so many of the people that I know, that I hope you're on this call and you're on this video. God bless each and every one of you. And it is what it is till it isn't, and it will always be.
thank
Thank
you,
you.
PK. Thank you so much for this wonderful time together. And I know you are reaching out to everyone that loves you because you have so many friends in the Jafra business. Thank you. God
Bless.
bless. Let's
Thank
be
you very
safe.
much. And
Bye.
God bless you. Bye-bye.